All right, we are live. Welcome to Tools and Tactics. We got Tools with Souls, also known as the Great One here, and yeah,
That's
both
very true.
Roberts.
That's very true. I do answer to souls and I do answer to the great one.
So yeah, we got a show lined up for you guys. We're gonna be talking about the Flex, why I like it, and why it's Robert's favorite.
My
So
yeah,
go
Flex, Makita, and Ryobi. They're my three must buys for this year.
ahead.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah, in case you need to, you never know if you need something to take a 65-mile-an-hour fastball. Flex is definitely going to be your toolbox.
All I'm saying is Barnaby has taken more than one ball at 65. Joe the tool guy in the house.
What's up, Joe? Get in here. I'll send you the link on Instagram. So, yeah, we got a couple of Flex clips, and we're going to get the reaction of our guests here. And we already know my reaction, man. The Flex is unstoppable. I've been trying to kill it. As you know, I recently got a return from Flex. I talked to the guy. They sent me a brand new drill, and they didn't give me any directions on sending back the old one. So I guess I've got two Flexes. I don't know. That seems like horrible business practices to me, but whatever. I'm keeping it.
Seems to me like I'm gonna have to make a claim myself since I broke the chuck without even trying.
Well, yeah, man, I've been trying for a year, so I was genuinely excited to actually break something on it and get the whole return process going. It's pretty painless actually.
Well, that's nice. It's good to know that, unlike their marketing events, that at least their return policy is fairly easy to watch.
Yeah, so apparently this year only would be that's the end of their lifetime warranty. Apparently it's on the batteries too. I was just reading my own sign that I posted for this stream, and it says tools, batteries, and chargers. So yeah, apparently batteries are too. That's crazy. Well, I got a
It is.
clip here. I got a clip here. We got a couple of clips we're going to look at. I want to get your thought on this one. I've actually just got it in my editor here, so we're just going to kind of jump around a little bit.
Hey, Joe, why don't you jump in here?
A lot of hate Flex gets is due to their terrible marketing and high pricing. So, do you really think that they are overpriced? Their impact is with their best drill, the best impact, two batteries and a charger. 350, 349, something like that. 330, something like that. This doesn't seem
399.
too. No, it's not 399. It's actually 350. It might be 339. Um, it's actually a pretty good deal right now. I think they came out of the gate at 400, which was ridiculous. They're pretty comparable now.
I think Luke S here has a pretty good strong feeling about Flex, which is nice. I'm glad
Yeah.
he's found it. So Joe is with his kids, so it's just you and I. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right. Well, which one? So this is we're not going to watch the whole thing, but pretty much this thing's doing Hilti level work. My buddy there with the air gun, and
Why don't
yeah,
you
we'll play a
full
few
screen
seconds
that
of
and
it.
take the comment off?
So let me see here. You got to bear with me for 2 seconds.
All you have to do is hit the comment again
On the screen or on Joe?
on Joe, and
I
then
figured it
go
out.
over to the corner of
Right there.
where, yeah.
Right. And then I got to go back to my screen to play it.
There you go. But just full screen it so we can get a good shot. Up to the left or to the right. You have your headset on so they can't hear the sound.
So we'll save you the details there, but pretty much Man, that thing rips. That's an 1.1/8 bit. And you'll see here it actually finished faster than the Hilti did. The Hilti was a 22 volt, full blown STS hammer. The RPMs on that thing just unmatched. Unmatched. What's your thought on that? Trying to get back to the stream here.
All you have to do is sorry folks, it's only his second time with operational control of StreamYard, so I'm just going to guide him through it. So if you
Right.
go, so stop sharing your screen and it should automatically go back,
There you go.
and then hit the second one to the left to make us bigger.
It says exit full screen. There you go.
Hit the second one to the left to make us bigger. There you go.
We did it.
Yeah. No worries, folks. We've prepared well for this whole event tonight and talking about this. So what do I think about the Flex? That was your question to me. Look, I will admit that the Flex hammer drill is extremely impressive. It's by far as the smaller hammer drills, the most powerful one that I own. And I do give it respect for that.
So Lucas says, I put my turbo drill up against a Milwaukee cordless whole hog at work. Yeah. And it beat the Milwaukee. We used two 2x4s for the test. Yeah, that's my thought. Especially once the stack lithium stuff comes out, even the DCD 998 from DeWalt, the Milwaukee 2804. When they came out with the whole hog, my thought was like, why? I get it's probably for 6-inch cuts or something. Maybe you're going through plumbing pipe, whatever you're doing. I get that, but for the most part, man, that drill seems almost obsolete, even though it just came out.
The whole hog is more for professional plumber use.
Yeah.
It's
not
a
for
joist.
electricians, man.
No,
Romex
it's a joist drill.
Yeah.
Just like the rigid Megamax is a joist drill, and
There's
I think
got Brass Dolphin midnight foot feed here. When you look at the flex pricing, you have to compare the extra level batteries you need from competitors to get similar performance. Absolutely, that's what I've been saying for a while now. Even without an HO, Milwaukee just can't keep up. And it is a 24 volt system. I do get that, but when you compare the price, which would be $350, you got to think about the actual what you're getting for the performance you're getting too. Let's see another one.
I don't have an issue with their pricing as much as the people that are going into it and the marketing stuff that they have, because their marketing team, led by Barnaby the weatherman, and their professional actors are just horrible.
All right, you can see the screen, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, how tall are you?
I'm just under 6 foot, probably 5'11".
There you go, Jim. He's a normal sized person. What can I say?
All right, now this next one, this is not a stab at Milwaukee. I don't have the fuel. I was missing out. I didn't realize how much better brushless multi-tools are. This was what I bought last year, literally, and then the freaking Milwaukee came out, so this is what I've got. The Flex just blew me away with the performance. I'm sure the Milwaukee's just as good, but the Flex has lifetime warranty this year, so I mean, here you go. Now, keep in mind, this is the performance that I'm used to. I was cutting in a little mini doggy door for my dog, and yeah, this is what I used. And my 12 volt one actually caught fire while I was using it, and then I went and bought this one.
How's the vibration on that M18?
What is the vibration? Terrible. My hand feels like it's not good.
Oh, and it's at the brushed model?
This is the brush model. Now, this is
Okay.
all I had. I'm not dogging Milwaukee here. I'm just saying this is what I'm used to. So whenever I tried this flex, a lot of people are like, how come you never do a tool test before so you can be more prepared for a video, And it's like, I want the reaction of the video. Like, I rarely ever, most of my videos are unboxing the freaking thing and then going after it. And when I say going after it, I mean doing crazy stuff like what you're about to see. So that's me, all my body weight pushing into it with my hip.
So it's okay. See, and that's something I don't do with a multi-tool. I let the tool do the work.
Well, yeah. Here you go.
That's impressive. That the 100% impressive.
It's
But that's also one small dog that's going to go through that little doggy door.
it's almost like the thing is cake, and it's like a wooden cake, man. It's just like the way it cuts is like crazy. I mean, just yeah, let me get back to the stream. There we go.
Only being able to use the Starlock blades is probably the biggest knock I would have on that multi-tool. The size of the tool doesn't bother me. Just to answer what Joe is saying, we've missed a couple in the chat there, but just to say what Joe, just to talk to Joe there. Yeah, the size of the tool doesn't bother me. And we really haven't started the debate yet, which we should anytime. But the size of the tool doesn't bother me. The power of the tool doesn't bother me. The biggest flaw it has is just being able to only take the Starlock blades. That would be my biggest knock. But they are fantastic. But I want that versatility.
Yeah. The Starlock is definitely could be a deal breaker, honestly. You're getting a tool, you're having to spend twice as much for blades, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, something to think about. For someone like me that doesn't use a multi-tool all the time every day, I like it. But yeah, if I was doing something, with a multi-tool every day, I'd probably go with the DeWalt.
Right. Yeah, I would too.
So let's see here. Let's catch up on some comments here. Let me stop you on the Flex multi-tool. That thing is garbage. Brass Elvin says, agreed, marketing is bunk. They should play up the battery warranty. That is what my future self thinks about my pocketbook. Yeah.
Well, if you really want a brand with a lifetime service agreement, including batteries, Ridge has been doing it for years.
Yeah. And so you can just go to Home Depot and just drop it on the desk, or do you need to call up there and they give you a car? Like, how does that work?
Depends on how old it is. If it's beyond the 3 years, you do have to call in. Although I just talk to them on Facebook because they respond to you within a couple of minutes on Facebook, and you can get the claim started. They'll tell you to turn it in. If you call in, they'll ask you to put it in a tool, so you can see and tell them what it's like. But even if you don't do it, they just send you out another one. Pretty painless.
Nice. They should kick Barnaby to the curb, absolutely, and hire Mike as the new Flex spokesperson. Rob Toolbox Buzz ranked the Flex multi-tool very highly in a shout out. I don't think you'll find many arguing that they aren't great tools. Issue 1, price; 2, depth of line; 3, time. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see as they go on, if they continue to go on in 5 years, 6 years, if that lifetime warranty is still lifetime, or if they're going to do kind of a Metabo HPT thing where it's just as long as they're making that tool.
Oh man, if they don't at least come with a nail gun soon, I will never forgive them. That's this. I need a nail gun. Like once they have a nail gun, you could say, you could switch completely. But what else are they missing, you think? Router? It's not really a must.
No. The lineup being like everybody, a lot of people, just like with rigid, they're going to say outdoor power equipment. Doesn't bother me because they've got the Ego brand. So
Right.
the outdoor power equipment doesn't bother me. You know what? Honestly, they need smaller tools. That is their biggest flaw, is that they for the average person. First of all,
Yeah.
the average person shouldn't be buying them at all,
Yeah.
just because they're not really made for a
I
homeowner, a
actually saw a
professional.
contractor with one today, and I think I sent you a picture of it.
Yep.
And I put my Mustang in the background as proof that I was actually there. That was in Photoshop.
Just one out of every 1,000 people that you run into.
Literally, actually, maybe more than 3,000 people that I've seen. I've seen 4 flex tools on the job site out of like 3,000 people in the last year. Yeah,
I hate to tell you this, that just means I won the debate already,
yeah, that's okay.
because greatest tool line no one buys.
I,
There you go.
but what happens if it's horizontally raining fastballs? Then what are you gonna do? You know,
Uh,
and they're
use
going
a bat.
65 miles an hour, of course.
Oh, I'll just get in a flex. I can't get in a flex pack out. I guess I'm
You're gonna
SOL,
have
man. What are you saying? The storage for them, it actually just looks like a cheap, or not maybe a cheap, but a knockoff of the Milwaukee pack out system with a worse way of fastening it, of securing it. They're but that's okay, because the new Milwaukee vacuums look exactly like the Flex European vacuums, the
Oh yeah.
red Flex in Europe. So uh, it's a little trade off on those two. But as a whole, like, I have yet to see a reason to buy into the Flex lineup, other than I have a tool channel and I want to display the tools.
So I've got that Makita that does the 4 multi-tool. What is it? Impact, hammer drill, chuck, and clutch. All that stuff. Hammer drill, SCI, all that stuff. There's very few hammer drills that will drill as fast as what that one does. So when I saw that, it was like, one drill.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Look, no one's going to come on here and say that they make garbage tools.
Right.
I doubt you'll ever get anybody to come in and say, well, those Flex guys, they really screwed the pooch by making Ryobi level tools and charging Milwaukee level prices.
Right.
No, they make fantastic tools.
The problem. So, let's get to some of these comments here. Let's stack it up. The Flex multi-tool is fatter than M12, heavy as F, and uses only Starlock blades. Yeah. Yep.
They do need a compressor. I mean, if they're going to go after the contractor, they need to have that compressor. They have to have nailers. They do have to expand that lineup. A job site table saw. I mean, come on.
Some of these comments.
These are Gen 1 tools.
These are Gen 1 tools, and they're competing with OG brands. I'm not very impressed. Yeah. They are.
I was impressed.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with them. And they are Gen 1 tools, and that is what makes it actually pretty impressive. Hopefully it's not like the sequel to most movies and they come out with crap afterwards. Yeah, all flex tools are heavy. At least every one I've handled. Yep. The one-handed recip is actually pretty nice. And I do like the features with the quick insert and the quick release, just like the Makita recip saw would be, I think, someone that everyone can relate to, where it's just a quick insert and it's a good design. My Milwaukee is not abused. I've been fairly nice to it, actually, and it doesn't open up fully to put my blade in, and I really didn't do anything to deserve it. So I do like the extra purchase you get on that twisty collet part on the Flex. With the lifetime warranty, the time in the market isn't really as big a factor. With the warranty, the time in the market.
Yeah, they haven't had a chance to fail yet.
Right. That's why I have been doing everything I possibly can to destroy these things.
And I barely tried and did it.
Uncle Fryer, hello, good sir. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Brass Dolphins, see if you can bait Barnaby into a live stream. I would love to troll it.
It's funny. He was talking about baiting earlier. Little idiocracy reference for y'all.
Oh man, yeah.
A phone charger. He wants to see a phone charger.
Phone
You know
charger.
what? You tell me. They say they're for professionals. Which ones? What is their target audience?
Well, they got the framer now with that saw. Apparently, it's the best on the market. It's not even out yet, and everyone says it's great. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
So is their entire lineup targeted toward a framer?
Yeah, so that's a weird thing. They just started coming out with tools, man. No rhyme or reason.
But they in their marketing wank, they all come out and they say, this is for professionals.
Right.
But it's not targeted.
I actually think I don't. It's not specifically targeted. No. I think that it's really good for electricians. Actually, you don't need that much power. What's that?
Would a mechanic use it?
No, a mechanic wouldn't use that. They would laugh.
Roofer?
No.
Okay. I'm just checking because that's one of the important parts when you're getting into a line is, what are you doing for a living? Because these are professional grade tools. Make no bones about it. They are professional grade tools. But you have to kind of have your, like we do here on YouTube, you have to have your niche, where you fit in. And then if you want to expand after you get a foothold, do it. But they're just saying, well, I'm going to come out with the same drill or the same impact because that's exactly what they're doing with the stacked lithium, according to their own marketing thing that they did. They're coming out with the exact same tools, just a better battery. They're coming out with a pack out.
Freaking job site fan, I guess for the summer, maybe.
Didn't they already have a fan?
I don't think so. They didn't, but that doesn't mean they should get one before a freaking nail gun.
Yeah, but their impact wrench, right? That they do have. So apparently they did try to target. Isn't as strong as many of the other brands that are out there.
Right.
It's a lot bigger than most of the other brands that are out there. And it vibrates the heck out of you. So maybe not that one marketed toward a professional. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to understand because, when you watch their 1 hour We Love Ourselves events, right? Which, everybody does the same thing. I'm not knocking it. But when they do it, they're saying we're targeting toward professionals, but they're not really.
Right.
They have no focus in my eyes when they're doing things.
No, I've seen a couple of their, there's certain channels to go and they'll go to the Flex headquarters and they'll talk, and a lot of they're probably the same age as me, man, but I'm just gonna call them kids because I'm old school. They can't run a drill. They don't know what they're talking about. All they've got is the same lines that they've been fed, that they've been told to say. While they can't actually tell you in their own words why it's great. All they know is that their marketing spiel, and it's really cringy to watch, man.
So I'm glad we agree. Great tools, bad everything else. No focus as a company. Nobody's buying them. That's the biggest concern. If you're in that Flex line and no one's buying it, what is the viability of that company 5 years down the road?
Right.
Are they still going to go, well, we make great polishers and angle grinders. That's what they were known for, right? Well, we still make those. It's over here. It's the other one. But we've also got these power tools that no one's, literally you can write your name on the dust sitting in on the boxes in the shelves at Lowe's right now with some of those Flex tools.
Yeah.
And
And anything that you'd be interested in actually getting, like even like an STS drill or something, like I would have the STS drill in my hand if it was on the shelf. But it's not. So a lot of their stuff. Let's get to some of these comments here. So you never installed a fence on an active ball field. Everybody makes compressors. What about expanders? Yeah.
Milwaukee does make an expander. So there you go.
If Flex come out with a compact line, some small impact wrenches and nail guns with better prices, they might have something. Yeah, exactly.
That's a
Especially
pipe expander, by the way. A pipe expander.
yeah,
I just
yeah, pecs. So with stacked lithium, man, why can't you because I don't know, you're more solar and more energy. Can you just kind of take a trying to take something that's not personal on my desk? Can you take their batteries here and instead of like this, can they take strips down to like this and put them in a different shape? Because if they're going to charge as fast as they're charging, why are we? I hate to say this, but why even go with a removable battery? Why don't they shake up the market and do an internal battery with a lifetime warranty? And they ship you the tool. It saves on compactness. You don't have to worry about a lot of different factors. With the stack lithium, you can do a lot of different things because you're not stuck with cylindrical cells.
Well, with the problem with doing that would be when your battery goes dead, because it will go dead.
Eventually, yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
asking them to? Are you asking the professional to stand by, wait for it to charge because it's an internal battery,
Right.
and then go back to work? So you're paying people for dead time?
So with what he was saying with smaller tools, like if you had a small 12 volt, like so with respect with two electricians, like trade specific, you'll run your Milwaukee or you'll run your Impact for 3 or 4 days without charging the battery. Your most of your screws are already threaded. They're bolts, they're self tappers. They're only half an inch long. That's pretty much it. And then anything else that you touch should be having a hand tool on it. Believe it or not, I still people will send me videos and ask me, "Hey, is this good for inspection?" And they'll be with their Impact, and they literally send me a video, and I'm like, "That's not a torque form. Like, stop what you're doing.
Well,
Use a wrench."
some of those guys don't understand. Like in the solar world, one of the hardest things that I had to explain to people is that when you're tightening down onto the railing, you're only doing it at 15 or 15 foot-pounds.
Foot-pounds, right.
You're not going beyond that, which I mean, you see them every day out there with an impact driver. So, I mean, it is what it is. You see it, and then you try to correct it at the time. But those people, and by the way, hi, Jeremy Wynn. Nice to have you here. Brass Dolphin Midnight Foot Feed. That's a name. I don't know what it means. I'd love to understand what it means, but you see it every day. You see people, even in the professional ranks, doing things that they shouldn't do. And I would contend, being that this is a debate and hopefully a lively debate, I would contend that you would want a different brand aside from Flex if you're an electrician, because you don't need the power, because all of the stuff is pre-threaded when you're using an Impact, because you don't want to go over the torque specifications. I mean, you brought up the electrician stuff, so I'm just going to hit you right back with it. I can tell you, in solar world, you definitely don't want to take a Flex, because first of all, you don't want a 15-pound anvil hanging off your belt when you're going up and down the ladder or on a roof.
Okay.
And you don't want to torque through someone's roof just because you can.
Right. No. So the drill with the hammer drill and the one-handed recip, only recently, it's not even out yet. The one-handed recip makes it geared towards electricians really well. Most of your holes that you're ever going to do as an electrician, half of your job is setting something up to mount conduit or whatever you're running on. That's half of it's 3/4 of the job is just running racks. I mean, you'll spend a month just getting a rack line run so you can put conduit on it and be done in a day. You're drilling a lot of large holes and concrete all the time. That's pretty much what you drill. So a lot of companies, the requirement is a hammer drill and a reciprocating saw and your hand tools, and that's it. Let's see here. So if Flex
So
comes up with the compact lines and smaller impact, go.
I just want to make sure that we're agreed now that it ain't really for the electrician either.
I still think it's for the electrician. It makes a good concrete drill.
Okay. Well,
Until the live stream on that DCD 998, man. I didn't think anything was as close to the Flex.
so you what? So another brand with a much larger history,
Battery,
a
with like much larger
much
battery.
larger. Well, I don't know because they're coming out with the power stack, which, by the way, DeWalt has won easily because now you refer to pouch cell batteries as power stack.
I don't think I think I call it stack lithium. Did I call it power stack?
You did. It's okay. It's okay. So DeWalt won that one. So
Yeah.
a company with a larger lineup, a longer history, and a known commodity. You're saying, well, hold on.
It was
Even
close.
though it's just as good in some respects as that Flex, and even with a 6 amp hour, because I know the 6 amp hour Flex Volt Advantage hammer drill with that 6 is less weight than the Flex with a 5 amp hour battery.
So still respect the price though. That's a $400 kit. So I still say it's still a better bang for your buck. We'll have to see what the prices of the one hand recip come at, and if they're going to force you to have a stack with it, or if they're going to give you a bare tool. They don't come out bare tools, man. That's the end of that.
I mean, come on. They've been out a year now, over a year, and have yet to do a single bare tool. Everything is a kit, right?
No, there's a couple of things. There's like one or two things. It's not very many, but yeah,
they're 24 volt pen or something they got.
Yeah, they're 24 volt pen. I think on Lowe's.com you can get their oscillating tool, you can get the grinder, you can get the SDS drill. They're all $250 tools.
And you can get them bare. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not what you would consider a Flex buyer. Copper drill drivers are out bare tool. Thank you, Fred.
Let me see here.
It was the last comment. I'm reading the comments that he's not highlighting. Don't worry, guys. We got you covered.
We got you
covered. RJ he got a 6-tool combo kit during contractor week, the Flex 6-tool and became an electrical apprentice. Can I ask you a question, RJ? If you since you're here in the audience, how many of your brethren are carrying those Flex tools with them?
Yeah. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to show this clip.
Is that's the jigsaw, obviously. Yeah.
So that's the jigsaw. That's 2x4, not a 1x4.
It does a little bit better than the Ryobi I bought last year.
I mean, that's pretty tight turns, man. That thing does not bog down. And then you got we'll save you the details on that, but yeah, eventually it'll go. That's a pretty large lag. This is a wood blade with a jigsaw, and that's 2-inch galvanized rigid conduit.
That is pretty impressive.
It's pretty dumb, actually. Yeah, just I mean, it's the tools are just. I love them, man. I don't know. The jigsaw is a bare tool. $200 though. Sometimes $150 if you get it on sale.
Follow me for the sale.
Follow him for the sale. That's right. Yeah, Flex with stacked lithium are going to dominate the power market as far as the power goes, in my opinion. Yeah, I think so too. High torque impact was meh. Yep. I want to see a killer mid torque.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't like the little release on the impact. I never had a problem with the. I never had a
So
problem with that.
So whenever Milwaukee was like starting to come out some really cool tools, and I had their metal cutting saw, the 5 3/8, and I was cutting 4-inch rigid conduit because I was running freaking rigid conduit in this basement, and we're doing a lot of demos. So I was demoing 4-inch rigid conduit, and as you know, it all threads on, so you have to cut it in half, and the DeWalt with the quick button on the front of it. I don't know which one it is, but it came out around the same time. And ever since I saw one of those from 2013, man, I've wanted one. And then finally, here comes this company, and I didn't even care if it was good or not, dude. I wanted the push button chuck. That's what I wanted. I've wanted one for a long time, and everything else was like icing on the cake. And now looking back, man, I don't have any regrets at all. Professional collectors that want a biggest and baddest around. Yeah. Flex for life. Yeah, a compact mid torque would be nice. DeWalt has the best right now, though. Jeremy says, "Hi, Robert. Impact Nation. Flex 3 stubby with a 3.5 amps stacked lithium." Yeah.
Yep. Which they don't have yet, right?
Yeah, or maybe any plans. We need to look at the Chevron patents.
I want to say I don't think they're even shipping out the stacked lithium until June.
No,
and it might be July. I don't know.
don't tell me that. I think I've got something from Acme Tool for like the 22nd this month.
Oh,
I'm crossing
we'll
my
see.
fingers. I'm crossing
We'll
my
see.
fingers. Targeting professionals, how you sell to premium home consumers who are as big a market as professionals. Yeah,
It's true.
yeah,
It's true. But none of their marketing, nothing that they say, even suggests they're looking at the serious homeowner.
yeah. Well, yeah. Even the one that I saw today, it wasn't the turbo and it wasn't the quick release chuck. Now the guy said it does everything it needs to, and like I said, electricians don't need that much stuff. But yeah, even somebody that knows tools, I believe me, any electrician that's been doing this for a long time, they love tools, and they had the most of them. As an electrician, you need more tools than any other trade, and yeah, I'm standing by that. And
I can think of a mechanic that would
okay,
probably
okay,
argue it.
every individual saw. Okay, yeah. On the job site, and yeah, they should know their tools. And the fact that he didn't buy the big one, he was like, I didn't know there's a difference, and that just shows you how bad the marketing is. Speaking of red
Well,
flags,
the fact is that like even their packaging doesn't make it clear which is which. You literally
no,
have to
yeah,
look for where it says turbo for the combo pack,
that is true.
or you have to look at the picture to see if you can find the little quick eject thing. They're like even their packaging, and I know you can say all of them are fairly the same, fairly similar in that regard. But I can tell you that you can look at a DeWalt package, you can look at a Milwaukee package, and you can tell the difference because it has a word on it that says like fuel
Right,
or
right.
power stack or
That's true.
flex
That's
volt.
true.
Uh, Flex doesn't do that. They just say we're going to hide it somewhere on the side of the box or down at the bottom, and maybe it's not bold. It doesn't say turbo on it. Nothing. So the guys that like Jim, Philly Fixed, who's in the house tonight, when he got that Flex kit last March that did so well in his testing that it got slaughtered by basically Milwaukee in his videos. If you're a professional contractor and you make the same, like you get the wrong one, right? What's that do?
Right.
Because I mean, mentally you're going to garbage. I just wasted my money. I'm going to take it
Right, and
back.
that's exactly what happened before they even came out. You know, it was like I was watching that thing not do great, and I was like, "No, you're not using the right one." But it was like, yeah,
Jim said it right there, right at the bottom. Last comment. I didn't know until after the video blew up that I didn't have the top tier drill March of 2021. And if you look at if you look at the box, there's a good chance that unless you are specifically looking for where it says turbo on it, you're never going to know. Unless you're a serious tool watcher, tool buyer. Again, that's part of the marketing aspect of it that's been so bad. I think everybody agrees that their marketing is garbage,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But it's the fact that they themselves they don't have the mental wherewithal to look at their stuff and say we have to differentiate these
yeah.
like everyone else.
If Stanley the Dirt Monkey hadn't have gone to Lowe's and got with those guys and done that preview of the power stack, I wouldn't know anything about it.
There you go.
They took an inch and an eighth bit through a 4x4 on turbo and ran that thing all the way in there. And then the guy was like, "No, no, 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 I don't trust you. Let me do it." And then he ran it, and then he was like, "No, no, no, I'm going to turn the wood around, go through this 2 knots," and then it did it again. Like, man, I'm still sold on Flex, man. The marketing is the marketing, but it's the next level stuff.
So, um, so Charles Ross, he left a comment. How many years has it taken DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Makita to have such an expansive lineup? Well, the fact is that all three of those companies, every single year or nearly every year, they come out with more tools than is in the entire Flex lineup right now. And when Flex last year, when they launched, they promised 200 brand new tools to market within their first 3 years.
Yeah,
We're
they
a
got a lot of work to
year
do.
in. We're a year in, and they've come out with since their launch a power stack or power stack battery lineup. They're coming out with a pack out copy, vacuum cleaner, which they already had one vacuum cleaner. They're coming out with
Right.
another vacuum cleaner, and
A light. The
a
light's
job
kind of cool.
site,
The light's
and
kind
a
of
job
cool.
site fan. So next year is
Yeah.
going to be a heck of a year for them. They're really going to expand.
Yeah. They have to. Also, man, the first time ever,
75 new tools coming up in
I
2023.
managed to get that, what is it, 2000 lumen light on the job site finally, and actually use it in the dark and actually need it for the whole length of the time. And I turned it on at like 7:30 at night, and I was packing my truck at 2 a.m. and that stupid battery still had 2 bars on that 5.0. And that is why I returned my 8.0. And I'm glad now because the lithium's coming out. But it man, the batteries are just impressive. They are better than Milwaukee, and I don't say that lightly because Milwaukee makes awesome batteries. I'm just Lord.
Well, we knew going in that being backed with ego, having that association with ego,
Yeah,
that they were going to have some very, very impressive battery technology. Again, impressive tools, all of them. All of the, well, maybe not their lowest end, like beginner grade, whatever. Maybe not that impressive, but the rest of them, the real high end tools, they are high end. No one will argue that point.
no,
Where the argument comes from, what happens is you can have the greatest tool in the world. If no one buys it, it doesn't matter how great the tool is.
yeah,
You can have the most powerful drill in the world, but if it sits on your shelf, just like it is over my shoulder right now, it doesn't matter.
yeah.
If your marketing is so bad that even your most ardent supporters will go, "Oh God,"
Yeah, I know.
you know,
Uh,
it is
yeah.
honest to God. Like literally, Barnaby went. He must have graduated 1987. He watched the Pope 30-minute infomercial back in '87, and he said, "Well, marketing's done. This is perfect.
That's what we do.
This is all we need to do. Let's get a little pocket fisherman out."
Yeah,
Even their
Philly.
testing rig this year was awful.
Let's hit some comments. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Vince's was pretty cool. I liked Vince's testing rig. That was pretty cool.
Well, Vince at least had the wherewithal to make interesting angles.
Yeah, well,
Not
yeah,
25 feet above.
37 feet away. Yeah, yeah.
At an odd angle where flex is the first one you see every time,
Right. Speaking of red flags, how has Gray 24 Flex not come out with a cordless DA polisher?
Because they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I bought the Flex 6 tool doing contract rubbing and electrical apprentice. Ha ha ha. Did he ever answer you about that? You had a question?
Yes.
As an engineer who enjoys working with his hands, I can tell you the 2 electricians on the trustee board with me at my church have significant tool envy when I bust out my Flex tools. That's because they have rigid. Couple drill drivers are.
All I'm going to say is if rigid is so bad, then why are your boys trying to copy them with the lifetime?
Well, I mean, that's so if they didn't have that, I wouldn't be trying to destroy these things. Or I could be mistaken. It might be the 998.
It's a 999 Flex Volt Advantage.
Okay. Rotary hammer. None yet, but they keep drooling over the impact and recip. Yeah, that recip is so big. I actually pulled my shoulder out trying to do a demo because it weighs 11 pounds, man. I was trying to do it one-handed because that's how I've always rocked a Sawzall. And I actually hurt my shoulder with that Sawzall. Now, I was cutting 3/8 lags. I drew like 6 or 7 of them in a 4x4 and just chopped them off in like 10 seconds.
So here's how the ad goes. So great, you'll get hurt.
Yeah. I did buy into the DeWalt Extreme though because I have a whole year to buy more Flex in the Founders. The shop is stocked with 20 volt DeWalt. If I need anything else, yeah, me too. Once I got used to the quick eject button, I think it's a nice addition to the impact. Yeah, I agree.
Charles Ross, is it a nice addition or is it a necessary addition?
It's once you have it, it's really nice. You can push the button and drop bits, and then take this hand that already has the bit ready and just pop it in there. It's all right. Now do that one-handed.
You've made me do this before, by the way, and I can do it because I have large hands.
No, but you're holding it like you can just.
Yes, I have to hold it to get it on camera.
Yeah, no, just hold it like just by the trigger. Yeah.
No, I have to hold it to get it on camera. But yes, you can do it one-handed. It's
all
not
right.
that difficult.
Yeah, I know. Me too. All right. I'm on the job site every day as a plumber.
Hey, when you hit the button, does it shoot out like that? Or do you have to do it this way?
Yeah.
You tell me which way it shoots out more.
MTech 9. I'm on the job site every day as a plumber, and the electricians just have as many tools as us. Yeah. You got to have a lot of tools. You're not going to use them every day, but man, you got to have a lot of tools. It's
a lot of
even
hand tools as an electrician.
I mean, you got every
tools,
quarter inch through 3/4 sockets. You got that in wrenches. You've got that in Allens. You've got that. I mean, and then you got what? So 5 different types of hole saws.
Hand tools still, yeah. Hole saw, okay.
Yeah, you got a lot of hole saws. You got reciprocating saw blades. You probably have augers. You definitely have a lot of 1/4 inch bits. You've got all your hand tools, just like a plumber would.
So basically, as power tools, you need an angle grinder, a drill, an impact, a recip saw.
I never actually used an angle grinder as an electrician, and OSHA gets on to you about using angle grinders anyway. And honestly, the last time I was somewhere and they had a Milwaukee full-size bandsaw, which I used to have myself. It's awesome. And it now has a trigger up here where the knob is, and a trigger back here, and it's in series. And a lot of the electricians are setting it on their on the material cart. to where the knob is on there and they're using it one-handed still. But yeah, definitely not an angle grinder. What else we got? As a plumber, where do you go? Okay, electricians use the drill and pliers. LOL. Yeah. I didn't know until after the video blew up that I didn't have the top two. Okay. How many years has it taken to Walt Milwaukee to such an expensive lineup? Call Barnaby and he'll tell you which is the turbo tool.
That's because he's using it.
Tool. That's because he is the turbo tool.
He actually introduced the turbo dildo, but it's on his OnlyFans account.
Yeah. People just tried to buy Barnaby's good looks to read the specs. MTech 9, what's up, my guy?
Yeah, nice to see MTech 9 in the house tonight.
What's up, Impact? Yeah, what's up, Impact Nation? How you doing?
So we've all agreed that they need a more expansive lineup, but they also need smaller tools.
Yeah. Let's hit this.
Charles Roth, that's good to know. You like the Flex over anything else out. That's awesome. Look at that nice wobble you got going down in there.
Do you like it?
That was pretty impressive. Now this one's not wobbling as much. Same bit. Dude. So the vibrations well, we all know that the Gen 3 Milwaukee is probably still stronger than the Flex. And that's like a 5-year-old tool now. Here's the one thing I'll say about
look how fast that is, man. I mean, it's just fast, dude.
They are impressive, but your kids in the background. One of the things I will say about
then you got this. Flex. But then you got this.
Yeah. The hammer drill's the hammer drill's the strongest one I own. And I do own it. Your daughter's behind you.
Hey, you're on stream, baby.
Sorry.
No, no more sorry. You gotta go.
Hi. Just say hi. Tell her we all said hi.
What?
Do you know where any zip ties are?
Nope. Gotta go.
Okay. Charles Ross, do I think the Flex Stack Lithium will beat Big Red until Milwaukee comes out with theirs?
Google's got a facial recognition. It's all over.
Yep. That is kind of the one thing about going second. Look at you. Hit the second one to the left.
I like being on the screen here over here. Look at me.
The rest of us have to eat later. We don't want to see too much of your face. So the one advantage of going third in this case, which I think is a huge mistake, but DeWalt beat everybody to it, so you got to give it to DeWalt as far as getting them out to market.
Yeah.
Then Flex offering bigger or announcing bigger battery sizes is great. But we know, seeing the patents, Milwaukee is going to have stacked pouch cell batteries, whatever they call them, probably the octane. Sorry, I had to do it. I don't know what they'll call them, but it'll be something probably fuel related. And, being third, being able to see what the other two have done spec wise, whatnot, they're giving kind of the king of the mountain an opportunity, whether they take it or not, an opportunity to step in and kind of come back and do a counterpunch. Which, if you're a Big Red fan, if you're a Team Ketchup guy, you're kind of hoping to see him throw a haymaker and really land a solid blow against both DeWalt and Flex and everybody else that's come along. Not Makita, because who cares?
It looks like I'm in trouble over here. Tools and tactics. You said electricians use more tools than anyone on the job site. I can't let that slide. What do they use other than a screwdriver, pliers, and a screwdriver? Oh man.
They use a ton of hand tools.
Yeah, there's a lot of hand tools. But I mean, so do plumbers too, man. I mean, I've got a 5-gallon bucket with one of those bucket bosses, man, and it has a ton of plumbing tools. It's probably neck and neck, honestly. We got crimpers. So do you technically. You got your now you've got your crimpers for your pipe and stuff.
I can tell you it. people in solar use more than everybody because they do construction, they do electric, they do they do
roofing.
yeah, they do everything.
Yeah.
So
No.
solar guys end up using the most, and we use all the hand tools too. So it's if we're going to get into a measuring contest between Captain Electrician over here and the solar guy is going to win. You have to take trailers of stuff out with you when you're doing solar.
Right. Here we go. Oh, I gotta remove that. I gotta move the hide chat. Is that a button? No, hide chat is not a good button to do.
Just
hang on a second.
If you just hit hide comment, it'll hide the last comment that was highlighted, or you can just click on that comment and it'll hide that comment. Sorry, guys.
Hide current comment. Yeah, my bad.
This is his second live stream. I've been doing live streams for 6 months.
You got to be gentle.
So yeah, I apologize to you guys for telling him like what to do because it is his stream.
No, it's all good. We figured it out. So don't make fun of my inability to nail here. That thing was bouncing around.
I'm telling you, the sexiest thing we've seen right now tonight is that thing you're holding in your hand. Was that rigid nailer?
We're working hard to destroy these for you guys.
Jamie, there are palm trees on my shirt. Do I think so when the stacked lithium batteries come out, everybody that has them is going to be able to surpass the previous generation of 18650 cells in short load. So, and what I mean by that is in the short run. In the long run, if they don't have bigger ones when they come out, then I would take.
I think I cut too much off that video.
You're good. You're good. Look at that rigid nailer.
It's the same thing as this one.
Gotta love that. Look, don't try this at home, kids.
Fingers are overrated here, right?
Yeah. His wife bought him the fingerless gloves, and he's trying to help her out with it. 2 bars battery.
So I cut it off there. Let's see here. What was it? A minute 8 seconds. Now, this is sped up at 2 times, but this timer is real time. So this thing's doing an 1/8 hit, hole up to there. Where is it? Let's see. There. In about a minute. The Hilti was comparable.
Now, you were using an older model.
What is that, an older model? Because man, that thing's pretty awesome. Is that not brushless? Don't tell me that.
That looks like the older model Hilti. I can't see it from this angle.
When you don't know what Hilti.
But it looks like the older version of the Hilti.
Gotcha.
But that's not knocking it, because if you can compete with an SDS rotary hammer as a hammer drill.
My buddy was knocking the Flex, and he was like, "Man, I bet you this drill's better than that." And I was like, "Bring it!" And that's where that 2503, I think it is, Milwaukee. That was his. I'm working on getting one, but they're out of stock, and I give away everything.
I will just Mega Max you.
Mega Max it, yeah.
I don't have to worry about anything. I got the Mega Max.
Let's zip through these comments here. Yeah, not much. Rigid is better than Flex. Is that what you wanted to hear?
I don't disagree with that sentiment.
So at a certain point, power is overrated. But a hammer drill is a key tool for me. So,
Did you break the chuck? Did you break the chuck on your hammer drill?
I don't know yet. So on
you have a replacement chuck.
I do have a replacement. Yeah, it's actually right here. Really nice ROM chuck. Colin recommended this.
I have used the same rigid octane hammer drill in the field for 4 years. Done the exact same testing with it that I did on the few Sundays ago. The exact same testing with it that I did with the Flex. The rigid chuck, still same one. Still works the same. The flex chuck, broken.
Well, that might just be a testament to how strong the flex is.
So what you're saying is
because
they made the tool so powerful that the tool can't handle the power.
right, so
That's
it's
a
their
great
fault for not
argument.
having a stronger chuck. Right,
Okay.
I do agree with that, but that's why your chuck hasn't broken yet. Whenever I was driving your crazy lag challenge, you had a 5/8 lag that was 12 inches long into a 4x4, and
Yes.
and a lot of people cowered away from it. But I saw it as a way to try to destroy the flex, and the Milwaukee did it, and the flex both did it. I was starting to round off the hex on bits because it was like literally twisting them into a freaking pretzel whenever it would get, time to tighten it. And I was pretty sure I ruined the chuck a long time ago. Just by doing that and it skipping around a couple of times. Only recently did it start dropping bits whenever I was going to turbo mode, 2,500 RPMs, an inch and a half. I took it to my brother's. We were doing wall rough and drilling back-to-back holes, 3/4, 30 back-to-back. And then I also ran the DCD 998 doing the same thing. I never dropped a bit in either of them. And I told the guy on the phone when he went to go warranty the drill, I said, hey, look, here's the deal. I've been trying to break this. I don't know if it's fully broken yet. And his next words was, when do you want to get that started? And I was like, get what started? And he's like, the warranty, Paul, and I was like, oh, well, sure now, and then they just sent me a new one with no instructions to return the old one. Like, just insane.
So they're saying it's cheaper to just send you a brand new one than to get the old one fixed.
Probably. Yeah. They could just send me a check. I would have been happy. Someone else lost a lock ring on their grinder called Flex. They just sent up a new lock ring. I mean, the customer service sounds really good. And I like phone calls, man. I don't like to text.
Well, the nice thing is that because no one's really bought their tools, the customer service people that they have just sit there, wait all day for someone to call. Yeah. So they got plenty of time. You're probably interrupting their solitaire. So they're saying, let's just take care of this.
You call, man, you're not going to get in. You got to leave a voicemail, leave a call back. That thing asked me literally, oh man, it asked me probably 300 times, would you like to leave a call back? And finally I was like, yes, I will leave a call back. And then actually somebody called me back and I was floored. But anyway.
You called during lunch hour. Both of the customer service reps were gone.
4:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, so there was dinner time.
And then they called me 7 o'clock on the dot in the AM the next day.
I'm making fun of Flex because that's what we're supposed to be debating the merits here.
I'm still debating it. It's a good solid product. I can't help that the marketing's terrible, but I still think it's better.
Well, and when you were using the hammer drill going into the concrete versus the SDS rotary hammer from Hilti, the hammer drill probably weighed more.
Yeah, it did. It did. Right. No. I'm sorry. I missed that. No.
Come on.
No, the SDS weighed more. I hammer drill SDS. Yeah. All right. Not rigid. Someone says not rigid. So it says, so great you'll get hurt. Also a great ad for a rifle. Rigid is outperforming Milwaukee these days, actually.
I am the biggest rigid guy on YouTube, and I don't agree with that. By design, rigid is supposed to underperform Milwaukee. Yeah. And I'll tell you this. I will take that impact driver right there, that Milwaukee impact driver. And I know,
anything.
Yeah. I know I'm going to be fine all day, all week. I got no worries with it. And and I love my max output because of the size and the weight, but it still can't compete with the Milwaukee.
So we all saw the 2804 Don in the live stream right out of the box. I'm pretty sure that thing was used. Someone returned it. It came with the belt clips on it. Usually a red flag.
As soon as you pulled it out, I said it looks used.
Yeah. Yeah, but I bought a fuel surge brand new out of the box, and it stopped working on me. I've actually got it all in pieces because I thought it was gonna be clever and take it all apart, and it didn't go good, and I didn't return it. And I've had quite a few Milwaukee tools just not be nice as far as wanting to work. Why does an electrician need a reciprocating saw? That is the number one weapon of choice for an electrician, especially a commercial construction electrician. That's what you have. That's what you do everything with.
What's the weight of the flex? The flexing?
Freaking 11 pounds, dude. 11 pounds.
Is there another one that's like weighs less?
Yeah, like anything, 8 pounds. Pretty much every other, yeah.
Oh.
But you know what? That thing's a monster. I watched the tool guy cut a safe in half and it had googly eyes on it, dude. And I was sold after that. I even watched him throw it off a ladder, man. That was.
Joe does some very innovative stuff. I love watching Joe.
That's one of my favorite videos, man. Yeah.
But you know, the weight of that tool. Can you use it all day?
I haven't even tried. I wouldn't want to. I don't know. So here's the thing, right? If you're doing demo, I would buy that. If it was $500, I would still buy it. I would want it on my job site.
Because you can use it as a wrecking ball.
Yeah,
and knock the house over.
Just tie chain to it. Yeah, it's a beast. It's a beast. I'll tell you what, man. That rigid max output impact driver I got is very powerful, man. It surprised the hell out of me.
He had mentioned that he was going to get some, and and that was one of the comments I said to him. I'm like, yeah, you're going to be amazed because that impact driver, I would put that up. I have shown it repeatedly beat just about every brand that's out there.
Yeah.
It doesn't beat Milwaukee. That's the only one I've seen that it really would struggle with. Cape Walk, good night. Have a good one, man.
Thanks for coming. We're gonna wrap this up pretty soon and take care of these comments here.
Charles Ross asked a question to you, and it's: do you think any other brand would stand up to the extreme abuse as well as the flex?
No, I don't. That's why I still like the flex. I've never that 998. I'm gentle with it. I don't feel like no. Even the batteries. So only recently, like the new power stacks, they've got like the rubber over molding and stuff, you know. But I'm 3 feet below. I'm on the dirt level. The floor is up to my chest. We're doing all this demo and stuff. We're cutting plywood in a bind against other plywood to rip it out. And the one-handed recip from Flex is not bogging down. It's not getting in a bind. It's just cutting with just straight plunge cuts. You know, really, really rough stuff. And we're using our tape measures to grab our tools so we can reel them in to reach them. And we're just dragging the crap across the floor, not even caring what's happening to the tools, man. I wouldn't do that with anything else. I really wouldn't. And maybe because that has a lifetime warranty, I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, it still has a lifetime warranty. So it doesn't matter. No, for the simple fact is that I don't care what happens to it because I know they're going to return it.
Here's my answer to you. 10 years. Proven. Both Milwaukee, both DeWalt. Used every day on the job site. Beat up. You can see videos where the tool has been in a fire. Somebody throws a battery on it and hits a trigger, and the sucker works.
Yeah, I've seen those. Specifically, what is that? 7 DeWalt 887 was it? The impact.
The 887. Yeah,
I think it's 887.
I have personally taken the rigid max output and beaten every single DeWalt impact driver. Now I haven't done it with the power stack batteries because I didn't get power stack batteries until today, but I'm fairly.
Oh man, you got to try them. It's so you got a 5 behind you. I see.
What's that?
You got a 5.0 battery right
there.
So does it have rubber overmolding around it? Just unrelated? I don't think I do.
No.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, look, that would be a concern if I'm dropping it.
Oh, dude.
If I'm dragging it across the floor,
sometimes I'll be on a scissor lift and I need just 3 more inches where I can just stand on a tool
That's what she said.
and create like and create like a little tool ladder so no one can see me climbing the rails or whatever. And I'll put like a 4 square on the floor, and then I'll put like a drill on top of it. And I'll put like a sawzall on that, and I'll be like riding it like a freaking skateboard or a surfboard just to reach, just because sometimes the rails will be like this tall and the ceiling will be here, or there'll be like a rafter or something where you just can't get high enough legally. And I'll just stand on my tools.
And this is why women live longer.
Okay. The Gen 3 Milwaukee is still king. Yeah. Do you feel the flex stack lithium will beat Big Red? Yes. Yes, because Big Red's not going to have any stack lithium for another year. It's going to be no contest. It's actually going to be a shame for Milwaukee. But like Robert said, if nobody knows about the tools and the marketing is crap, no one's going to buy them. So we're just going to see what happens.
Yeah, all tool companies, every single one of them, and it goes from the ones that I don't like to the ones that I love. Every single one of them make good tools, especially when you compare them to what we had when I started, which was the old 14.4, which is actually easier. Just break out a hand tool and do everything. So because they were just garbage. But in comparison, from where we came from then to where we are now, every single tool company out there makes a pretty good tool, and no one company makes the best of everything.
To your point about what do I trust the most? Honestly, to God, man, I really trust Makita. I know it's a hot take, man, but I trust Makita to last for the long run because they're so underpowered that they're not going to kill themselves. They're reliable. They're solid. I've done some really crazy stuff to Makitas for years.
Yeah, they're not strong enough to tear themselves up.
I never had any issues with it, man, for 5 years straight. Just solid stuff. I don't know about now. I don't have any brushless Makita until recently, but in the field, Makita had a good tool, and it was the best back then, until 2012, 2013. So palm trees or asparagus on your shirt?
Palm trees. Brass Dolphin Midnight Foot Feed asked, given the battery tech coming from stacked lithium exceeds corded 15 amp, do you guys think corded power tools are going the way of the Dodo? 100%, but they've been going the way of the Dodo for years. For most professionals, they've already switched to corded or cordless. The guys that are lagging behind are actually the mechanics, and you can even see they are starting to maneuver away from the compressors.
Yeah, away from the air. Yep.
That's the next one, because for me, I already think corded tools are gone.
Yeah, well, now that they got battery air compressors, I mean, we're getting to some impressive levels. I mean, all you got to do now is have 3 tanks in series or parallel, however you want to air them up.
Yeah.
And run your air compressor onto 3 empty tanks that are $50 each at Harbor Freight. And you're never going to run out of air, because the second you do, it's going to ramp up, and you got 2 of the tanks. I mean, you can do a whole roof with a battery powered air compressor almost, if you wire it properly.
If you really ever want to run out of air, just hook a hose up to Barnaby's mouth and let him go.
Yeah, hot air though, right?
Yeah, it overheat the tool.
Oh no, I lost my spot.
RJ is a flex, can take a beating, yes. And Cape Walk said, which chuck is best out of the Jacobs and Rome? And I'm going to say the Rome.
The Rome, man, this thing is I don't have it with me, but this resembles very close to the Jacobs on the DeWalt. And this was highly recommended to somebody from somebody for me. That's good wording right there. Really nice precision on this. Look them up. They're fantastic. Come on. Yeah. Very, very precise.
And so let's see. So I just want to make sure that we've got got the point totals right. Flex is so powerful, they can hurt you. They're so heavy, they'll pull your shoulder out if you use them.
Yeah.
Their marketing is so good that no one buys their tools. They make a great hammer drill that the chuck breaks because it's too powerful. The electronic motor is too powerful for the chuck to take. So that's what, like 5 points for me, and you've got
Lifetime warranty, good customer service.
Okay.
Really, really good. Solid, jigsaws and stuff like that. Like they don't bog down. They good solid tools. Inline.
That no one argued with. No one has said that they didn't have solid tools.
No one argued with me that the marketing was bad.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So you got what,
skill
3?
saw is super skinny, and you can fit it in a not flat stack. What are those?
Flaccid. You can go flaccid using it. Is that what you're saying?
You can fit in those VersaStack and the other DeWalt's, man. That can you fit a skill saw or a circular saw and anything other than a large door? Like even a lot of your rolling toolboxes used to feature. They used to have a picture of a circular saw, so you knew that you could in fact fit a circular saw in that drawer, and you can almost put that damn thing in a backpack.
I can tell you, well, with the advent of subcompact, oh yeah, I forgot. They don't have subcompact tools. They don't have an expansive lineup. They weren't first at the market with anything that they've done. So now I think I'm up to like 8 points on you. So, and that's not really even trying hard to come up with this stuff.
Do you feel like Milwaukee's built better?
I think Milwaukee's been proven in the field by construction professionals, and not just by guys on YouTube using the tools here and there. So I think it's impressive what they've done in the last year plus that they've been out.
So, right out of the gate, though, I mean, these guys are kind of killing it. Gen 3 chuck issues on the impact. I've lost hundreds of dollars in bits down the wall. And that's another thing, right? I like using an impact to drill through top caps because if your drill does get in a bind, it doesn't swing around into the drywall, because typically you want to cut one hole and it's going to be the perfect size for what you're going to do. And even if it's bigger, it's okay, as long as you're not cutting 2 holes to patch. And when you're going with an impact, you got more control. But I've lost too many bits down a wall for, that's one negative for sure.
I kind of like what Jamie True just said. 1 warranty person assigned to each tool sold. I'm starting to have lag issues because I had to plug in my laptop, and when I did it messed up my Ethernet cable.
Nice. Read these real quick. I think Barnaby is personally doing that great customer service. Given the battery tech coming from Stack Lithium and Seeds, quarter 15 amp. We read that. Good night, guys. Flex can take a beating. Which chucks out of the Jacobs? Good night. Good live stream. Thank you. Thank you. One more design for each customer. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's all we got. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the support. And make sure you sub to Tools with Souls. Check out, there's a lot of YouTube creators in this chat list here. Check
Impact
them all
Nation
out.
for sure.
Impact Nation for sure.
Philly Fix, Joe the Tool Guy.
Yep. So, thanks for tuning in. Yeah. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one.
And Flex lost.
Flex 1.